Good block.
Okay, nice strafe. Get in there. Oh, we're doing it.
Nice job, Reggie.
Yes! Yes!
Perfect run. You're seeing some things. You're probably...
Yep, the primordial snake. And is that...
Hit that bonfire.
here? Sit.
Let's talk about the fight.
Okay.
4 kings. At least. You fought 5.
What is that about?
If you take too long, you can fight 6, 7, 8. You have to kill them quickly.
Or else.
Or else. And it is a DPS race. And the moment you start the fight, you have 1 and a couple of seconds before the second one comes in on a timer. Now, I figure you would organically find your way into be aggressive. Be aggressive. You have to get in and Ippo it, right?
The perspective really messed me
up. It fucks you up.
Yeah.
But you have to get in and stay in and do not give them a breather at all whatsoever. It's an aggro check. If you don't aggro, you get surrounded. And when you get surrounded, you can't deal. Because whether one is slashing at you, the other just has to start up their command grab, which is a Tager command grab. It's not the whiff animation, it's the vacuum afterwards. Yeah. That boss fight will fuck your shit up if you do not get the lesson. And I was going to give it a couple tries before starting to be like, okay, put it together. What have you noticed? You know? Because they will make you sit there and fucking that life bar is split across however many you fight. And
then the last pixel is the last one.
Well, 4 is the minimum.
Yeah.
If you do it fast enough. But you can be forced to fight more. So incredible job there because you made the exact adjustment you needed to, especially blocking the slash or the projectile with one hand, then two-handing. Because that's exactly what I meant when I said like switching is okay, but think about when you're going to switch. Yeah. Right? Because if you're just switching on a lark,
these huge, massive things.
Yeah.
My first reaction is like, I'm weak, I can't block this, you know, but I should just try to block it once, you know, and then like, okay, I can do this.
And once you do, then you can switch and get in and then make the time count because getting surrounded is you're fucked, you know?
It's the fear in my heart,
indeed.
You know?
So you got, you access your bottomless box even.
I can level up.
Yeah, you can. You got a bequeathed Lord Soul.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Let's go in the items. Look at that soul.
It's a key item.
Bequeathed Lord Soul Shard.
You cannot absorb. You cannot eat this for souls.
Okay. Soul of the 4 kings who fell to dark. Soul of one of the 4 kings who fell to dark, a fragment of a Lord's soul discovered at the dawn of Age of Fire. Lord Gwyn recognized the foresight of these 4 great leaders of New Londo, and granted them their ranks and the fragments of a great soul. Although this is not a full Lord soul, it can still satiate the Lord vessel.
Yeah, so you can... so this is not a full Lord soul, right? The Lord Soul,
fragment of it.
Lord Souls, Gwyn has one, right? We've discussed the others. But not everyone has the full thing. Some of them have a part of what Gwyn gave to them. These are what you put into, as it says, the Lord Vessel. Once you set it, and once you decide why you're setting it, that's what you're going to fill it with.
Okay.
The process of filling that up is what opens up essentially the end of the game, right? It's what opens up the pathway to, like, all the last area, the kiln that you were at. So the Four Kings, I mean, we basically did touch on it a little bit before, but they were, as mentioned here, like a bunch of cool leaders of New Londo. That was a cool place that everyone was like, yeah, that place, yeah. Ingward said that they were essentially tricked into desiring the ability to suck souls. The Dark Hand ability, the ability to suck humanity, was something that was dangled before them.
Okay.
By a great serpent, and they fell for it. They went dark, and their knights all became dark wraiths because they went dark with them as well. And the threat was such that Ingward and the other sealers decided, fuck it, it's better to literally drown the entire city and keep them locked in the abyss than it is to let that threat stay open. Artorius was the only one who was able to walk through the abyss where they were, and, well, more about him in the future. So that's the Four Kings.
It's pretty cool.
Now, you've also got a couple souls on you.
Yes, sir, I do. So let's check that box, and let's check how many souls are needed. 14k.
Fortunately, you are also safe to take off your ring now, if you'd like to.
Word?
Yes. You can put back on whatever you want.
Tank. Alright.
And you're not dead.
That's pretty good. Yes, my abyss now. Is it? Hope it is.
Well, you're not dead, so...
Okay. So I guess this into this and more shit. I got a bunch of other souls too. Guess we'll see when we get there. Cool, cool, cool. So to pop 14k souls, do I have 14? This was 5, 3, and 800, so I don't have enough. Right? I don't think I have enough right now.
37?
Yeah, I need 14k.
Large Proud Knight. 3.
Yeah, forget about it.
No,
I don't have 14k.
You don't.
Ooh, okay. What should I do then?
What about upgrading Velka?
Okay. Velka's rapier. Guess I could. Yeah, we could spend the twinkling on this. So I'm gonna do that. +2. And then I need 2 more for the next level. 74 to 80. 124 to 135. And then I need 2 more. Good numbers on this. Damn. Almost 240. That's pretty good. 19k souls still. Let's spend 8 souls on this. 19. I'm not gonna spend stuff on that. Oh, what about my magic? No, we're good with this for now. Big fire and pew pews.
Cool. So did you upgrade Velkas?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
So you're just going to need
I
to...
upgraded it to +3.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, you can use that money to buy more Twinkling.
Yes.
It's...
And then finish the upgrading.
Yeah. It's going to cost 2,000 for each upgrade process, but the Twinkling itself, I think it was 8,000 a pop, right? So...
Did you need something from my box?
Yeah, did you pulled out... we traded the second... we traded the second lantern already, right? Yeah, and you got the Ring of Fog. Cool. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I was just gonna say, like, go look at the descriptions on the souls already, but you already did, so that's fine.
Oh, okay. We could look at it some more if you wanted to.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So we can...
You did it.
Talk to Framped.
Greetings, undead warrior. I am the primordial serpent, Darkstalker Khan. I can guide thee and illuminate the truth. The truth I shall share without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the 3 souls, but your progenitor found a 4th, unique soul, the Dark Soul. Your ancestor claimed the Dark Souls and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark, clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Framped, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the 4th Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark.
So, not Framped.
Not Framped. Right from the beginning, I was like, Kath? Never heard that name. But there are 2 serpents.
The Dark Soul. Trademark. All rights reserved. From Software. Title drop. What are your thoughts on what he's said?
So Framped befriended Lord Gwyn, and Lord Gwyn was who supposedly linked the fire is keeping it to himself. What's going on with that? Like
What Kath said.
He coddled it?
What Kath said is that he feared the coming of the Dark Lord, and he feared basically what the Dark Soul brought, the implication of an Age of Dark. So he brought in an Age of Fire. He wants to keep the Age of Fire going, and the Dark Soul, which was also mentioned in the intro, but it was a little side note. It was a little off note, but it mentions the big badasses that did all their cool things, and they show you all their cool, introductions. The Witch of Izalith, Nito, First of the Dead. It shows you Seath the Scaleless, and it shows you Gwyn, and then it mentions and the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. A little someone huddling in the corner who found one as well, but
Okay.
the one he found was a little different from the rest. And what we're learning through Kath here is that the reason why so the fire is fading, and Gwyn wants to rekindle it and reignite the Age of Fire and keep it going, since that came from the time. That's what came from the time when everything was just the age of the everlasting dragons, the age of nothing happening, just trees and stone and gray.
Yeah.
And he wants to keep that fire going, but not necessarily because it implies things would return to that everlasting dragon age, but because the Dark Soul and what it brings about, a Dark Lord, would replace what the Age of Fire established. So he might be actually afraid of that idea.
The Age of Dark.
Yeah, a concept. So it's a little less about, well, to him, perhaps, it might be a little less about, let's keep this party going, and it might be more about, don't let those guys move in, because then the property value goes down.
There goes the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood. Anyway, and that is what Darkstalker Koth just explained to you. Kingseeker Frampt told you to continue to place the vessel for the continuation of the Age of Fire, as did Guinevere and Gwendolyn.
RIP.
And so you can choose.
This is a big branch.
Yes, this is who or why you're placing the Lord Vessel on the kiln.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding, if I remember correctly, is that if you were to say no right now, you could then choose who you were going to go place it for. I think that, in fact, similarly, you can go and follow it all the way through to the point where you have to place it and agree, and then actually use a homeward bone to back out and still make your decision afterwards. I think so, but I would have to verify that. What I will say though is that how you proceed then decides how you can open up the golden fog gates, essentially. So there's that aspect to it. On another level, there's a covenant as well that exists with this guy. Whereas Frampt has the chewing of the
twinkling and the shards and everything.
Kath has a covenant of dark wraiths that serve the dark and, basically follow in the footsteps of the people that you fought to get down here. You straight, I'll say that you can choose which of the serpents you want to follow, or in theory, you could drop down and do it without either serpent. But whoever you choose to place it for, the other obviously doesn't like that. And they tend to fuck off entirely and not be too happy with you. So these are the two perspectives you've been given. and 99% of people don't necessarily even get to see Kath, because the moment you see Frampt, he grabs you and throws you in that room,
Yeah.
and you're inclined to just place it right away and then continue the game.
I didn't like his attitude. I don't know if you remember. I felt like Frampt was very forceful. You know?
So this is what is up, is essentially you actually get a like streamlined path that is when you go and you follow the Frampt's way. If you happen to not do that and you come down here and you do this with the Covenant of Artorias, which you have to get from Sif, right? You have to go beat Sif and you get that ring, and then once you get that, you can come down and actually deal with this boss. You cannot deal with the Four Kings until you beat Sif and get the Covenant. Once you do that, then you beat them and you get the ability to see him here. But if you've already placed it for Frampt, he does not show up.
Okay.
So you don't even get the perspective of the opposite of Gwyn.
Yeah.
Outside here. Spy mentions that your decision is determined by whichever serpent is present when you place the Lord Vessel, and if you place it by yourself without either of them, both of them peace out. So you can place it for one, upsetting the other, or you can place it for yourself, upsetting both. These are the facts you've been given, and with that, you can make your decision. My suggestion would be that you place it first. You place it now, whether that's for one, the other, or for yourself. But
I think I will follow Kath.
okay.
Wasn't a dick to me up to now. Didn't like push me in the back like, come on, do the thing.
Okay. Any particular thoughts behind that?
Well, Frampt was forceful.
Okay.
I did not like that. I was like, hold up, what's the rush?
Okay.
That's suspicious to me. So then that's why I was like, can we get out? And then we homeward bone out, and we didn't put it down. And I'm meeting this guy, and he's telling me a lot more shit that I didn't know.
I support this decision,
Yeah?
but I also remind you that the Four Kings were lured by a serpent into the state that they were in.
Yeah.
Right? So the implication that Frampt lied to you.
I don't know about lying. Maybe by omission.
Okay,
maybe.
the implication that Frampt is being a little pushy and obtuse about his truths does not imply that Kath is also truthful about.
Oh, they might all be
everything.
shits. Yeah.
Because that item description implies something.
Yeah.
And then after you beat them, a serpent pops out.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just to keep the moral perspective in mind. But I support your decision. Spy says, according to Ingward, the Four Kings were also weak-willed. Maybe if Reggie has a strong will, he won't suffer the same fate. Maybe. Yeah.
So I can say yes to this guy, and then I would put the Lord Vessel for the darkness. Correct?
That's essentially it. Woolie, why? Because I think learning about the truth of either side in this moment where we're talking about it makes a little more sense and puts weight behind the decision that you should make either way, whatever it's going to be.
I will go with Kath. I will select yes.
Okay.
Very well. I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison. Be still, and trust thine flesh to me.
Oh, he's gonna vor me again, is he? Yep. Hey, wash the mask. Oh, no branches. Okay, we're back here. Never mind.
You like the double vor? Not everyone gets a chance.
Place the Lord vessel upon the altar.
If I talk to you, are you gonna be rude again?
So I know he comes from the bottom, whereas
Fred came
this come from upside down from the top. Yeah.
What is it? Place the Lord vessel upon the altar.
So
similar
energy.
Similar energy, eh?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So. Shit, I forgot my thought, but that's okay. Oh yeah, that's it. I was just gonna say, fortunately, this game is cool enough that you can still control your fate even after you've made this decision to a degree.
Okay.
So, you know, you're still able to make more choices.
We're doing it. Is that a walk?
Giant, delicious, MSG filled.
Are we cooking?
You know, doing that fancy toss. It goes up in the air,
flames.
back in the pot. Hell yeah. We cooking. One. Two. Three. And you can probably guess those environments. If not, that's fine.
So there was the gate near the ceaseless discharge, right? Like near the fire area.
Mm-hmm.
There was the one in Anorlando.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one was... I forget.
Tomb of the Giants.
Ah, I did not see that one.
You didn't see it.
Okay, that's why I didn't recognize it. Okay.
Yeah. New gesture learned, Reggie. We eaten.
Welcome to the cookout. Okay, can I rest here?
You sure can.
And I can offer
It's a
souls
super bonfire.
to the Lord Vessel.
Yep.
What does that entail? Wow, no questions, no nothing?
Make sure you read those descriptions in the key items before you offer the souls up, because if you do, then you don't get to read the lore. So that you just put the 4 kings into the pot.
Oh my god.
We cook it.
I thought it would ask like which souls to pick.
No.
But it's just...
It knows.
It knows. I hope that wasn't a bad thing.
Well, you made sure to squirt all the fucking the lighter, not the lighter fluid, the cook, right into the barbecue,
The ignition fluid or whatever.
the kerosene. Yeah. There you go.
What happened to you?
He tried to get clever.
Treasure ahead. Really? All right.
Reggie.
I'm not gonna pay attention to this. I'm gonna pretend like it's a troll.
Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to Gwyn shall open. Seek Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls, then the gate will open. so that you may kill Gwyn. Are you ready? Then let us return to the abyss. Entrust thine flesh to me.
Kill Bill lists confirmed. One by one. Pay a visit.
At least I'm not wet.
No, no drool. Dry. Dry vor.
Back to the abyss.
The best kind of vor.
If you wish, I shall grant the art of life drain, the legendary power of the Dark Lord. It can preserve your humanity while undead, and cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren. Undead warrior, to speak now is premature. It begins with your retrieval of the Lord Vessel. They failed me, every last one of them. They were strong, but saw not the truth. I am certain that you will prove different. They failed me.
Okay.
Every last they were. I am.
Well. Yeah.
So I can enter that covenant.
Words, truths, and half-truths. You want to learn life trade?
It sounds cool.
All right. Yeah, you're built different, though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can resist.
Regarth is built different.
Dark Hand. I can also offer humanity.
He
to
takes
him.
humanity. And so, let's discuss a little bit.
The warp option is back to where the Lord Vessel is?
Correct. So warp in every other context is to warp to different bonfires. Warp in this context is to the kiln of the first flame.
I can ask for a covenant item?
Yeah. So, give me a second to get this. I need some battery juice right now, and we can discuss the covenant you just joined. The Dark Wraiths, aka the Dick Wraiths, are basically a way for you to get a way to steal humanity using the Dark Hand. And you can also buy cracked red-eye orbs for invading people through this covenant.
Oh, okay.
You could also get... so there's cracked red-eye orbs, which allow one invasion. Or you can get a red-eye orb that's not cracked, which allows you to do that whenever you want. If you get the covenant up to 10, you get access to that. And your Dark Hand will steal more humanity from things. If you get the covenant up to 30, then you can get a Dark Sword and Dark Wraith armor set. And your hand steals 6 humanity. When you get it to 80, it steals 10 humanity.
Is this a viable way to get humanity?
It is, if you would like, yeah. And, I mean, what people do in runs where they're not particularly attached to being nice to people is sucking humanity from NPCs, because NPCs have humanity on them. And you can legitimately suck it out of them. And in some cases, it doesn't even cause them to go full aggro because it doesn't cross the damage threshold. So it's free humanity from some of the people that are chilling.
Interesting.
Yeah, so go ahead. Sells them for 3,000.
Okay.
So those are the invasions.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, when you get higher enough in the Covenant, if you like invading people, you can get one that is you don't need to temporarily, that you can permanently use.
All right. So we enter. Yeah. And then we can warp out of here. We can talk.
Warping is back to the Lord vessel.
Yeah. And leave.
You want to check out your Dark Hand?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so Spy points out that, every NPC has a limited number of humanity. It does barely 4 damage to suck the humanity out, so you don't aggro them. And then if you ever do, you can clear the hostility by going to the partner.
Okay.
So free humanity from... free soft humanity from the
What
NPCs.
is the hand?
Dark Hand, it's a weapon.
Whoa. Big durability, big physical, big critical, very light, occult.
Damage reduction.
80.
80. Across the board. Durability.
Weapon type, fists, strike. The dark wraiths incited by Kath use the power of the dark soul to absorb humanity and are shared by this weapon, which also acts as a special shield. The ancients particularly could sap the humanity of even a replete saint in the blink of an eye.
So, as mentioned, the Art of Life train, pretty fucking enticing for a couple of kings. So, equip it and check out what it does. That's your left hand. You've got the shield that the Dark Wraiths used.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
It's awesome. It looks great. Has a cool sound.
And if I put it on the right hand, it does something else?
It's the attack. Gotta unequip first, though. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's fine.
Do I need to two-hand it or
R2?
something? Oh. And this sucks humanity.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So it is a multi-purpose shield and fist item. And 80% flat across the board for certain situations is not the worst thing in the world as a shield. And as a sword and as a fist, humanity suck. When you need it, not a bad thing to have. Especially if you're feeding somebody who is big hungry for humanity. So yeah, that's the Dark Hand.
Oh, the stability is low, though.
Stability is quite low. And you get more humanity sucking when you further into the Covenant. If, whatever, if that's an interest. You should put some of those bows away.
Yeah. Yeah, not gonna be using them. Gotta keep 1 or 2 or something.
So there you go.
And my catalyst. Still looking for something
Better than that.
that'll replace this, yeah.
Well, your magic bros give you your options for now. And then beyond that, you just got to find them lying around. The Ulasil catalyst wasn't necessarily what you were looking for, so you might find yourself waiting for a minute. But you also have boss souls on you, which
That's
can be
true.
converted into boss items too.
Where can I buy the Twinklings to
I'd say
upgrade the Velka's rapier?
the same place that you can see boss souls and convert them into boss weapons. Why not pay a visit to the giant blacksmith?
Okay, so we're going back to Anor Londo. Is that the closest one? Yeah, I guess.
Chamber of the Princess is closer.
Okay. Oh, we're warping.
Yeah, so each catalyst has different functions. You might not find one that will just be an out-and-out better upgrade for you. In many cases, catalysts are better based on whether you have a high stat and you want it to scale, or you have a low stat and you want it to have a better magic adjust. But in some cases, it'll be for other purposes. It'll be like, oh, you can swing it as a pole, or it'll have, you know...
Oh, yeah, like the big one.
Yeah, or it'll use a different stat, you know? So you will find not a ton of choices for catalysts because they have, you know, particular applications. And I know that there's a really good one that's essentially fucking endgame. So, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Big door open.
Hard right, once you're outside.
It's true. Fog gate did open.
Are you lonely? Are you lonesome tonight?
Hey, buddy. Been a while.
Hello, forge I can, strong I am.
8,000
A piece.
I can get 2.
And then why not have him do it while you're standing here?
Hey, can you work on this for me?
Pop, pop. That's good.
Plus 6, plus 10.
And then the last one. Wait. Oh.
No parameter bonus change.
Oh, okay. I sorry, maybe I missed. I thought Spy mentioned it would upgrade. Oh, okay. Well, in any case, you're still gonna need some money.
Yeah, I'm gonna need, what was 16?
1632, no?
I need
4.
So 8,000 a piece.
Wait,
it's
this
gonna
is-
be 32k for 4 twinklings.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna take a bit.
Mm-hmm. You might find some. Remember, or if you feel like bug hunting, you can go chasing after those bugs
And the tree.
in the places where they ran away. Personally,
Huge turn off.
Yep, same here.
Huge turn off.
Not
No,
a fan.
I'm good.
Not a fan.
Good.
I'd rather just find them or chase them down when the opportunity strikes or spend the fucking money. Because I don't feel like dropping down branches.
Let's try the rapier for a bit. Yeah. Okay, R2. Alright. Then forward R1. Aha! Roll R1. Ooh. And then 2 hands. Four 2 hands. That's a kick, right? And then
Yeah, you gotta remember that your kick gets replaced.
all right, that's cool. That's cool. So we spent money on that. Should I head to a new area at this point?
Go back to the giant.
Sure.
Let's just see what.
Hello, forge I can, strong I am.
Let's see what he can build based on what you're holding. Go to modify equipment. Yeah. Okay. So. No. Next tab. Right. So boss souls can give
Change my
you...
catalysts.
Boss souls can give you a couple of different catalysts here.
Yeah.
Right? So, rather two, because you have the Soul of Gwendolyn, and you have the Soul of... you don't have that. But when you actually... when you get a catalyst of any kind, it can be upgraded into one of these two, right? So catalyst plus boss soul equals that.
Okay.
So if you're looking for like boss soul catalysts, these are your options. You can take a look and see, for example, the Tin Dark Moon. This is the Gwendolyn one. It will scale with not with intelligence, but with faith instead. So it switches the A over to the other side.
Ooh.
And this is not something you're going to be seeing for a minute.
Okay, why are you gonna tease me with that?
Because that's what I talked about, the end game catalyst. This is what I was referring to.
I see.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
That's really nice scaling. But
Bruh.
you don't have access to that.
Okay.
So there's a couple other boss souls in your pockets if you'd like to know what they do, because not having the transformative weapon unfortunately means that you cannot see what they will become.
So we have Quelaag, Iron Golem, Ornstein, Sif, Gwendolyn, and Priscilla.
Okay. Quelaag will give you Quelaag's Fury Sword, which is you take a plus 10 curved sword and the Soul of Quelaag, and then you will get a curved sword born from the Soul of Quelaag, daughter of the Witch of Izalith, who is transformed into a Chaos Demon. Like Quelaag's body, the sword features shells, spikes, humanity, and a coating of chaos fire, power affected by the wielder's humanity. So,
By the wielder's humanity. So if I have like soft humanities on me or something, it powers up?
yeah, so it gets stronger with your humanity, because that's what chaos weapons do. It is a curved sword moveset.
Doesn't seem like it's part of what I'm doing.
Nope, which is why
I
might as well just talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's what her soul builds you, which is in theory what Shiva would be trying to get at in his cut content that we discussed earlier. And yeah, that's it. That's what you do with her boss soul. And otherwise, you could consume it for a number of souls, or you feed it to Frampt for souls. But I don't think you're going to have the ability to feed things to Frampt anymore. After all, like you know,
Yeah.
big light shining into the sky. You probably didn't dig your choices that much, so you know. You also had this core of an Iron Golem.
Indeed.
The core of the Iron Golem, when you ascend it with a plus 10 fist weapon, you get the Dragon Bone Fist, which is a weapon from the soul of the Iron Golem, guardian of Sense Fortress, who repelled countless heroes who sought Anor Londo. The gods fused the power of the soul with the great bones of the dragons, forming an appropriate core for the giant golem. So, the thing that powered the golem, the dragon bone,
Yeah.
converted into a weapon. Is
it a good weapon?
It's a fist weapon. You can punch shit better than you would with your default fists. And you can use a cestus or a claws to make it. And yeah, it's a big old puncher.
Okay.
And based on its stats, it scales A with strength.
A with strength.
Yep.
Interesting.
Apparently, it has a Shoryuken. Or at least some kind of fancy uppercut. But it's like a non-standard fist moveset. So, that's what you get with the Iron Golem.
Okay. That did not fall on deaf ears.
Okay, back to the list.
Yeah, because right now I'm pushing my intelligence to 36, and then after, like, I was thinking of putting it in strength.
Well, all you got to do is grab some claws or a cestus and bring him to +10, which is all purchasable.
I think I have a cestus. I don't think I have claws in the box.
Yeah, you didn't buy them from Shiva.
No.
So if you took that cestus to +10, you could see what it looked like. So, oh yes, Soul of Quelaag can also create the Chaos Blade, excuse me, which is when you, instead of using a curved sword, you use a katana. So Soul of Quelaag plus a katana, which, yes, the blade inherits only the chaotic nature of Quelaag, has a unique speckled design. The blade wielder erodes along with the opponents. So, this is like the in like Demon Souls, where the katana will drain life.
Okay.
It eats 20 HP with every successful hit. And it is
Damn.
a katana
That's
moveset,
900 HP. That's pretty good.
which will do tons of bleed and yeah, dex scaling B. So you have two choices with the Soul of Quelaag. The core of the Iron Golem also can be used to combine with an axe to create a Golem axe, and it ends up having a powerful ranged attack. So one-handed attack imitates the Golem's blade, wind, but the heavy iron blade makes it quite unwieldy. So yeah, this becomes just a big old axe with a special R2.
Okay.
And it's like a projectile, a ground projectile.
Okay.
The same thing that he attacks with, basically.
And then...
Soul of Ornstein.
Yeah.
Obviously, grab a spear and combine it with the Soul of Ornstein to create the Dragon Slayer Spear, which is his rad spear. Cross spear born from the Soul of Ornstein. Dragon Slayer guarding Anor Londo Cathedral. Inflicts lightning damage, effective against dragons. Two-handed thrust. Relies on the cross and buries deep within a dragon's hide, sending human foes flying.
Needs faith.
This is absolutely going to ask you for faith. And it's going to scale at B with faith.
Yeah,
So,
too bad.
Gotta go to church.
Too bad.
You
Following the path of dark.
Yeah, you don't get the Soul of Smoke. The Soul of Sif, when combined with a couple things, creates a couple results. So, when combined with a broken sword or a hilt, you can create the Great Sword of Artorias.
Is that the one that was like jutting out from...
The Great Sword of Artorias.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. You saw what he grabbed and what he bit. You too. Sorenboard of the Soul of Great Grey Wolf Sif, guardian of the grave of Abysswalker Knight Artorias. Sir Artorias hunted the Dark Wraiths, and his sword strikes harder against Dark Servants. That's you.
That's me. Wow.
The Great Sword of Artorias is a weapon that scales with every stat. It uses strength, dex, faith, and intelligence across the board. What this means is if you have a flat build, pancaked for quality, this weapon can maximize its numbers for you. However, since most people don't, it's pretty hard to get the maximum damage numbers out of it because it needs each of those things. Yeah. So if you have been building all four of those stats evenly, it'll work for you. That's 90% of people don't do that. Okay. So in the end, it ends up being not a great sword for a lot of people. But it is interesting, lore-wise, to think that like Artorias used everything.
Yeah.
Strength, dexterity, faith, and intelligence.
Quality man.
If you use a regular sword or greatsword, then you create the cursed greatsword of Artorias. Swordborn from the Great Grey Wolf Sif, the sword can damage ghosts, as it was cursed when Artorias joined a covenant with the creatures of the Abyss. Hey, that's you.
That is me.
So, it is a cursed version of the weapon, and while it doesn't actually say it in game, it has that effect of working on ghosts by default, and it also is flat across the board, but it's C scaling in every stat. I believe it has its own move list as well.
Oh.
These are the two things you can do. And then the third thing you can do is combine the Soul of Sif with a plus 10 shield to create the Great Shield of Artorias. Boasts
Is it good?
consistent defense and divine protection against various status effects.
Okay.
So it has the highest stability of any non-crystal shield in the game. 88. It's a great shield, so it's got that strike attack.
The bash, yeah.
And attacks blocked with the Great Shield of Artorias do not cause any status effect at all. The bar will not even appear. The attack has to be blocked, however. The area of effect attacks will not be blocked, such as ambient effects in Poison Swamp and such. It's a fucking big shield, and yeah, requirements are 34 strength.
Eesh. Okay.
So that's what the Soul of Sif can offer you.
Damn. A bit too far for that. But if I reach 36 intelligence and then I buff my strength, I don't know if I'll be able to reach that number though, but I'll keep that in mind, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Gwendolyn and Priscilla left.
Soul of Priscilla can make the Life Hunt Scythe, which is taking any plus 10 halberd. And yeah, it's just a big bleeding scythe. Scythe born of the Soul of Priscilla, stark white, crossbreed, trapped inside the painted world of Ariamis. Even the gods feared Priscilla's life hunt ability, and in the hands of a mortal, its power will turn upon its wielder. So yeah, if you take a scythe, a whip, or a halberd, you can use the soul to get it, and it bleeds up tons of it builds up tons of bleed on each hit. And then when the bleed hits its threshold, it takes down 50% of the enemy's total health.
Okay. Wow.
And it's one of the only weapons in the game that causes 50% maximum bleed damage, whereas most other bleeding weapons cost 30%. So Priscilla's dagger and this scythe cause half-life damage on bleed buildup, which is huge.
The dagger and
The Life Hunt Scythe.
I don't have that.
No, this is what you would build with the soul.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying
With
is
the soul and the dagger together.
bleeding damage, when you attack people for bleeding and you build up the bleed meter,
Yeah.
they will explode for 30% damage when it fills up.
But with this side,
It's 50%. Exactly.
And to build it, I need the soul.
And any plus 10 halberd, whip, or scythe.
Okay. Is it good?
As a bleed weapon, that's great if that's what you're interested in. And its requirements are 16 strength, 14 dex. So, and it scales with E strength, B dex. It is going to be better for you if you had higher dex, but you don't.
Yeah. Okay. And what about Gwendolyn?
Soul of Gwendolyn can either create the Dark Moon Bow, which is plus 10 a bow, born from the soul of Dark Sun Gwendolyn, Dark Moon deity who watches over the abandoned city of the gods on Orlando. The golden bow is imbued with the powerful magic and its most impressive moonlight arrows. So yeah, it's a short bow. It'll shoot faster than longbows. Scales with dex and faith. And if you have moonlight arrows, it'll do magic damage. So, magic bow.
Okay.
You also have the option to build the Tin Dark Moon Catalyst, which you saw.
Yeah.
Scales with intelligence instead of with faith instead of intelligence.
Okay.
And that's all.
Yeah, not much that really stood out to me.
Not much that's going to apply to the build you've made.
Yeah.
But
maybe that Chaos Sword thing?
If you are interested in using these weapons for funsies, or just taking a look at them, you have to plus 10 some stuff. And that costs some money.
Not gonna happen now, I guess. Or possibly anytime.
Did you take all your souls out? No, you still put the Moonlight Butterfly soul away. Yeah, the Moonlight Butterfly is still in your box.
Oh.
That would give you the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, which if you took any thrust weapon, so a spear or a rapier, you'd get a weapon born from the mystical creature of the Darkroot Garden, the Moonlight Butterfly. Horns of the butterfly, being created by Seath, are imbued with pure magic power. So this requires 14 intelligence, 12 strength, and yeah, it scales at B with intelligence.
Oh. The Moonlight
Butterfly Horn. It's a spear. And it's pure magic damage. No strength damage. And it causes occult damage as well. Am I correct in that? I think so. Yeah.
with occult as well. Okay. Well,
So-
anything that uses my intelligence is interesting.
And that would use Demon Knight to upgrade if you were interested in that too.
I have a bunch of those.
You have a bunch of those, yeah, exactly. The Moonlight Butterfly Soul also creates a Crystal Ring Shield, imbued with the powerful crystal power. The Moonlight Butterfly was created by Seath the Scaleless, can emit crystal light rings. So this is a simple shield, small shield, 10 strength required, and has the highest magic resistance in the game, tied with Havel's Great Shield. So it does 70% reduction on physical, 90% magic reduction. 70, and then 40. So 70, 90, 70, 40. L2 and R2 attack, special, sends out vertical magic disc that strikes enemies at range. And
vertical magic disc.
Uses 4 durability points. Ignores the Eastwood Green Ring. Can be repaired. So, even despite the name Crystal being in it, it is not in fact a crystal shield, in that it can be repaired.
Okay, it's not super fragile. Okay.
Yep, Spy says it does a stupid amount of damage, but it was one of the first things FromSoft nerfed, and it's now useless.
Oh.
Interesting. So yeah, it's a shield that can do some magic projectiles for you. And there you go. You
Well,
have...
if it's useless.
Yeah, so to recap, if you felt like taking weapons up to plus 10, your options are the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, the spear, Magic Spear. Crystal Ring Shield, Magic Shield. Quelaag's Fury Sword, Chaos Blade that scales with humanity. Dragonbone Fist, Shoryukens. Golem Axe, Ground Projectile. Great Sword of Artorias, quality build required. Cursed Great Sword of Artorias, same thing, kills ghosts. Great Shield of Artorias, strong defense against status ailments. The Dark Moon Bow and the Tin Dark Moon Catalyst from Gwendolyn. So Magic Bow, Magic Catalyst for faith instead of intelligence. The Life Hunt Scythe for 50% bleed damage on Priscilla, and that's it. Is there anything that interests you just from a cosmetic level or an interest in seeing it level? And is there anything that interests you from a, like, maybe I can rock this level?
Maybe a few of the Quelaag swords. And maybe I think there was stuff with Quelaag, Sif, and Priscilla that sounded interesting.
Okay, well, what do you have anything in your...
I'm not, like, really called by one of them, you know? Like, there was not one thing I was like, oh, yeah, like, intelligence is this, but no downside, like... Or there's something interesting, but there's a big downside, like this, needing humanity. I'm like...
Well, is there any weapon you have that's already plus 10 or ascended so that you could, like...
The lightning spear?
Mm-hmm. The occult club? Though I don't think you would have anything to use with that. It would be in your box at this point. It wouldn't be on you, unfortunately. So what I would say is go back and look at your box and see, you know, if there's anything that you can just get for free.
Later, bro.